You missed. Hey guys, Blue Goblin here with part 2 of my comic book review blog for June 10th, 2009. You'll get why I did that little gesture at the beginning here later on. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more books to cover. So let's go ahead and get started with Booster Gold. This is number 21. Now, I'm a huge fan of Booster Gold, but DC, what's your problem? Why did you make this book $3.99? Oh, I know why. It's because of this. The second feature featuring Blue Beetle. It's a 2-story split. So for that reason, and that reason alone, this book needs to be $3.99. However, the story told with Booster Gold, is it worth $3.99? That's how much I paid $3.99 for this book, but is it worth $3.99 once you read it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not going to judge it just because of the price. It's a nice read. The Blue Beetle story was alright, but in all honesty, should have stayed $2.99. That's the only problem I had with it. It's a great story, you know, with Booster Gold meeting Dick Grayson Batman for the first time. It's great. Alright, we want to talk about a great DC book. We're going to talk about Flash Rebirth number 3. Fuck yes! Jeff Johns, what would DC do without you, man? Bitchin' story. You know, I apologize for my profanity, ladies and gentlemen, but this was an awesome book. I thought when I read issue 1, I was like, yeah, this is the way a Flash book should be written. And then I read issue 2, and I went, damn, issue 3, I'm going, holy fucking shit. Where can Jeff Johns go from here? You know, how can he possibly top what I read in this book? I'm so anxious to see how he's going to be able to try and top himself. This was phenomenal. Just absolutely phenomenal. And, hey, Craig, Cammy's Comic Corner, I'm talking to both of you. Why didn't you review this book? This book was incredible. Of course, that's just my opinion. You know, maybe I'm being a little biased. Am I being biased, everybody? Am I? Oh, well. This was great. I loved it. Can't wait for issue 4. Great book. I'm going to say, if you had to pick just one DC book, make it that one. That was great. Now, let's go on to the Marvel books. Uncanny X-Men number 511. No, I'm not going to throw it. You were wanting me to throw this book, weren't you? You wanted me to throw it, huh? And I'm willing to bet you think I'm going to geek out and go all fanboy just because of the cover, right? Wrong. This book was okay. But honestly, I actually liked the little swerve that Marvel gave us with this book. It's like, oh, you think Jean Grey's coming back? Huh? You ready for Jean Grey's yet another return? No, it's not Jean Grey. It was funny, and I'm still Greg Land's artwork improved just a little bit, but you know, everybody's complaining. I get mixed reactions when I talk about Greg Land's artwork. You know what I hate about Greg Land's artwork is that he makes all the women almost completely alike. I mean, if he were to draw Dazzler, all right, Alison Blair, if he were to draw Dazzler in Emma Frost's outfit, we'd just assume it was Emma Frost because they almost look completely identical. Everybody's got the same smiling faces. Everybody's smiling in this book. That's why I hate Greg Land's artwork. All the women look almost the same except for the skin color and the color of the hair, and everybody's always smiling. There's a little teaser at the end of this book that, you know, I think it's Terry Dotson who might be jumping on board as the new artist. I hope so, because his artwork's pretty good, and I think he'd do Uncanny X-Men all right. This was all right. This wasn't a terrible issue. It was a nice swerve by Marvel. I got to give him that. But all in all, it's there, and if you're a fan of Uncanny X-Men, I think you'll like that. I guess you think hell froze over. I actually gave a good review to an Uncanny X-Men book. Okay. Next up, X-Factor. X-Factor 44. Hell yeah. Here we go. Peter David writing yet another phenomenal X-Factor book. You know, this was great stuff. I love that cover. That cover is just... wow. This was a great story. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just going to say the last page is, what the hell? You know, it's one of those, and it's pretty provocative, you know. It's just another excellently done Peter David book with X-Factor. This is a great X-Men related book. If you're not getting X-Factor now, then you should go ahead and get started. Get some back issues, get some trade, get anything you can to read up on your X-Factor. This is a great, great series and a great, great book. Can you get enough? Can you get enough of him? You missed. It's Deadpool. Deadpool number 11. You want some Merc with the mouth? You want some Regenerate Degenerate? You want some more of the Crimson Chameleon, don't you? You want him, huh? You want him, huh? Yes. This is by far one of the most hilarious issues of Deadpool that I've ever read. Great stuff here. Daniel Way, you are the man. I love this stuff. It's nice. Very nicely done. Every time I turned the page, I kept on laughing, and my favorite quotes from this book were when Deadpool's walking out in the field going, "Durr." He literally says, "Durr," and then one of his voices in his head just is so damaged that he actually starts going, you know, banana, na 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 na. It's great. I mean, this is a Deadpool book to have. I mean, there's a lot of bathroom humor, but it's great. It's just a hilarious book. If you missed out on this book, find it anywhere you can, your comic book shop, grocery store, anything, any store at all that carries comic books, and they have this book, pick it up. You'll love it. Let's close this off with Amazing Spider-Man 597. I gotta memorize these damn numbers. Joe Kelly writes another solid book. Now, this is the way an Amazing Spider-Man book should be told. I gotta be honest, I don't really remember the last time I was actually excited about reading an Amazing Spider-Man book. You know, ever since, you know, I want to say ever since Civil War, Spider-Man's been kind of, okay, good, nice read, decent, so-so, it's there, or it sucks, blows, needs to be thrown away, or it's just there, or, I read it, it's there. You know, this was great. This was phenomenal. I loved it. Of course, Peter's swimming in shit creek with his bare hands. I'm going to say that. I'm going to put it like that in this review. Great stuff. Can't wait to see how American Son ends. And I'm so anxiously awaiting issue 600 with the return of Doc Ock. Fuck yes. Great story from Amazing Spider-Man. And a great writing by Mr. Joe Kelly. Well, that's it for this week. And thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. Give me 5 stars. I'll thank you very much for watching. So until next time, everybody, I'll see you later.